The federal and some state governments are accusing Amazon of operating as a monopoly. The Federal Trade Commission, FTC, along with 17 state attorneys general, are suing the tech giant. They say the suit will restore competition, benefiting both shoppers and sellers. They allege Amazon is doing things like punishing sellers from offering discounts elsewhere, coercing sellers into using its fulfillment services like Prime to get it to you faster, and putting Amazon's own products at the top of search results, even though they know others are better than theirs. Meanwhile, Amazon's fighting back, saying the changes would be detrimental to everyone, writing, quote, "If the FTC gets its way, the result would be fewer products to choose from, higher prices, slower deliveries for consumers, and reduced options for small businesses, the opposite of what antitrust law is designed to do." So, who's right here? Our next guest has some thoughts on that. Yael Osowski, a consumer and technology advocate, deputy director at the Consumer Choice Center. Yael, I was reading some of your articles. You tend to side with Amazon, but give it to us straight here. Legally, does the FTC and the 17 AGs have a strong case?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I side with Amazon. I think in this case, it's mostly about the consumer. You heard that in the complaint. It's a lot about how does this impact the consumer and pricing. I think the case so far, though, is built upon a lot of focus on third-party sellers that are using the Amazon platform to sell their products. And what's actually left out is the impact on consumers and people who are Prime members and people who use a lot of things. There have been a lot of accusations that are thrown into the document and what Amazon has said. They focus on unfair or deceptive practices. They didn't really have anything illegal that they listed apart from what they call, quote, monopolist behavior. A lot of it, again, has to do with how you get listed on the Amazon store, how you're able to put your products there. And I think there's a lot of things that could be debated in court. But everyone has known for a long time that Amazon is a consumer-centric company. We've actually now have this ordinary thing where we can have 2-day shipping, or we can have buy it now. These things didn't really used to exist in online commerce.
And they're saying we have to control it in order to make sure that that happens because it's our promise to consumers. So tell me this, the fairness to sellers aspect. I think of companies like Aldi or Trader Joe's. They have their own brands. They display them prominently. They elbow out competitors, I would guess. They also copy competitors, you know, make basically the identical product and sell it. How is Amazon different?
Yeah, I think the only thing it comes down to is bigness. Amazon is much larger. It has probably a larger variety of products. You see the same thing when you go to Walmart and you have the Good Value brand or the Target Home brands. Every single large manufacturer, retailer, they're going to put out their own line of products. That's always what they're going to do. They've figured out they can make more profit that way than just featuring other products on their shelves. Because at the end of the day, what Amazon is an online marketplace. And they've actually taken the risk of saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and try to build these other products. We're going to try to sell them. And where they've been able to offer better products at lower prices, a lot of consumers have loved them. Again, not every Amazon Basics product is going to be better. And oftentimes, if you look at the ratings, maybe it's worse. Maybe you've had your own experience. But the thing is that these things are offered. And I think a lot of consumers, tens of millions of them, have gotten Amazon Prime membership, which is very important to the case. And they like what is happening on the platform. I think that's something that we do need to take into account. Obviously, we don't know what kind of different arguments will come up. Perhaps there are things that are being blacked out in the document, but we'll see what happens next.
Well, yeah, let me ask you about Amazon Prime, because I took a very small, informal poll today. Almost everyone I know has Amazon Prime. And they love it, and they feel like they get cheap prices. It's delivered to your house. It's there in 2 days. Are Americans clamoring right now for the feds to break up? If you look at, you know, America's favorite brands, Amazon's top 10 in most of these things. Are they clamoring for a breakup?
Not a breakup of Amazon. I mean, I think there's definitely a lot of angst in the country against generally tech companies. We kind of have seen that, whether it be with Meta or Apple. Perhaps it's other tech companies. I mean, there's definitely anger out there. People are blaming. There's a lot of different problems, both in the economy and society. But I really don't think breaking up Amazon Prime membership is really at the top of the list of any voter, of anyone in this country. This does have to do with an agenda of the Federal Trade Commission, which is leading this lawsuit, as long as we have an FTC that's anti-innovation and really not liking any kind of large company with many different consumers. We might have this. I think that's a problem.
All right. Breaking up is hard to do. We'll see how it does in court. Yael Osowski with Consumer Choice Center. Thank you so much. Good perspective here. I appreciate that. All right. Coming up after the break.